So this is about the Federal Farm Loan Act. The Federal Farm Loan Act of 1916 was a United States federal law aimed at increasing credit to rural family farmers. It did this by creating a federal farm loan board, 12 regional farm loan banks, and 10 farm loan associations.
The Roosevelt administration commissioned a study on the problems facing rural families. It concluded that access to credit was one of the most serious problems facing rural farmers. Presidents Taft and Wilson sent a commission of Americans to study cooperative credit systems for farmers in Europe 4 years later. It concluded that the best form of cooperative credit system would include both long-term and short-term credit.
The largest visible component to the act was the loans to farmers and their families. Farmers could borrow up to 50% of the value of their land and 20% of the value of their improvements. Loans could range from $100,000 to $10,000 and were paid off between 5 to 40 years. Borrowers also purchased shares of the National Farm Loan Association. The second largest component of the act were the mortgage-based bonds that were issued. The rate of interest on the mortgages could be no more than 1% higher than the rate of interest on the bonds. This act also furthered Wilson's reputation against trusts and big businesses. This act allowed farmers to compete with big businesses, and monopolies began to decrease, just like Wilson wanted. In the Senate, the Federal Farm Loan Act gave farmers a chance to compete with big business and gave them a better chance to do well. That's it.